Hello and welcome to Mama Martin's Kitchen. I'm Mama Martin's daughter Rochelle, and today I am showing you how to make tilapia with mushroom cream sauce. So the first thing we're going to do is wash this fish. I put the fish in a combination of cold water and vinegar to get rid of the fresh water scent. And so what I'm going to do is just rinse this out quickly. And make sure to wash out the vinegar because you don't want the fish tasting like vinegar. Putting it back in the same bowl so that I don't basically put it into the sink or some other location. And then I'll do one last wash after I take off the vinegar from each piece of fish. Well, now that I've washed the fish, the next thing I'm doing is seasoning it with a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning on both sides. And what I do is I like to pat the fish dry before I start seasoning, just so that there's not too much water sprinting out and what have you. So you rub a little bit of that here and a little bit, and just spread it out. Make sure I get every point. And then I put it in a pre-buttered pan and just lay it like so. And I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. And I apologize in advance if you can hear my nephew in the background. He's a little excited. Well, as you can see, all of the fillets of fish is seasoned to taste. And what I'm about to do is put it in a 325-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes and let it cook through. And you can use any type of fish. I use tilapia, but you can use whatever fillet of fish you have available and just do it that way. Or you can even bread it and fry it. It's really a flexible and simple dish to use any time of the year. So now that the fish is done, now we move on to the mushroom cream sauce. So first, we have to warm up the pan, and you have to take approximately about 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter to start this. And I'm gonna take a little bit more than that because with it being stick butter, it's going to melt in your hands a lot faster. And what you do is you cook 1 chopped onion like this into the pan, and you wait until it gets clear and translucent. So let me go ahead and put this extra butter piece in here and put this stick down because it's starting to melt on me. And do this swirl and put this small onion that I chopped up into here. You can use a much bigger onion size if you like onions. I personally don't. But it is a key ingredient, so therefore we're going to use it. And because this is an electric stove, you got to be mindful of how quickly things heat up. And I put the heat on medium fire. So it should take about 10 minutes at most to get it to be clear and translucent. And it could be a little bit less. All right, so these chopped onions are cooking and starting to get translucent. So now what I'm going to do is add 1 mushroom that is chopped. You can either use mushroom pieces, or you can use fresh mushrooms and chop it yourself. Either way works. And so what we're going to do is cook that together. And the onions are going to get translucent. Actually, they're getting translucent pretty quickly because they're really small and finely chopped. And so, because of the cream sauce, you have to have a 1 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. But what I'm going to do today is a little trick that I do that makes it creamier and makes it more rich and potent. And that is heavy whipping cream and carnation milk. So let me grab our measuring cup. And you can do this to taste. Liquid tends to reduce. I'm going to get a slightly different spoon. Okay, this is 1 shy of 1 cup of carnation milk that I'm going to have at the ready as this then starts to reduce. And we keep stirring. Once it gets to a boil, then I will add a little bit of white cooking wine. Well, now that a little over 5 minutes has passed, you see where the cream is boiling? I added the carnation milk off camera. And so what I'm going to do is add about 3/4 cup of white cooking alcohol. And trust me when I say that the alcohol of itself actually burns off, so you won't taste it and you won't get tipsy. So we're going to go ahead and carefully add that since it's boiling. And the thing with electric stoves, it kind of slows down the boiling process as you're adding liquid. And so we're going to stir that in, and we're going to add our seasonings and our parsley. So let me just mix that in, and you see right about now the onions are completely translucent, like you can almost not see them. Let's go ahead and add our seasonings. And you can do this to taste. And we got to keep our eye on it so that it doesn't boil over. So I'm adding a little bit of adobo, not too much. It's about 1/2 teaspoon, maybe a little over half, if you're measuring. A little bit of garlic powder. And if you really don't like onions, you can also add onion powder at this point. That's about 1/4 cup. And we're going to also add 1/4 cup for coloration purposes of paprika. Not 1/4 cup, sorry, 1/4 teaspoon. And maybe a little over that. And last, but certainly not least, a sprig of parsley, roughly chopped. And what we're gonna do, I don't like stuff going to waste, is stir that in so it can cook and melt together. And I'll come back with the finished product. And now you have the finished product. Take a look at this beauty. The sauce comes together perfectly. And that is how you make fish with mushroom cream sauce. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and put on your notification bells for more videos from Mama Martin's Kitchen.